Pear. 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 Yes, as you've guessed, today's best of is dedicated to the note of pear. And I actually had hard times with the pronunciation of this word, but I've been practicing, so please let me know if you can notice that. Alright, if you like pear in the perfumery, which is one of the most popular notes at the moment, and you're looking for a great fragrance with it, oh my god, this video is gonna be perfect for you, because not only you will learn about great fruity pear perfumes, but also about clean, floral, fresh, and even dark pear fragrances that are all very different. That's why I like my best ofs, you know, just to look for perfumes that feature the same note and it is noticeable in them, but they all should smell different. So that is kind of like my goal and challenge, to show you that the same note can be different in a perfume depending on how perfumer worked with it. And today we are going to talk about pear because it's middle of the fall season and I feel like pear is very suitable for this time of the year. So if you're looking for a great pear perfume recommendation, you will find a lot of those in today's video, and that's why your wish list will grow even more after watching, which you should do because great pear perfumes are coming up your way. Alright guys, welcome back to another best of. I know I'm late, usually I do them by the end of the month, but I have an excuse because I've been looking for awesome pear perfumes like crazy and I found them. All are very different, all are very exciting, and I'm excited to share them with you. But if you know a great pear perfume that maybe I won't feature in this video, because you know there are so many more that I haven't tested out, please let me know them in the comments so we'll get more recommendations. And on that note, let's get started with the most realistic pear perfume that smells like the real fruit. But before we do that, I just wanted to mention my Powder and Dust collaboration with SP Parfums, German indie house, because you know there is pear in there, and since it was my entire idea here that got awarded by Art and Olfaction Awards and picked as the best artistic fragrance of 2019, and yes, I do mention that all the time, but you know, I have something to be proud of, and actually look at this award. It is in the form of pear. How cool is that? It totally suits the mood of today's video and this fragrance, because once again there is pear in there, but not only. I wanted the ultimate powdery perfume that should be unique. That's why we worked with Mimosa, which is very interesting floral material, and I wanted it to smell glamorous, and I like boozy elements in the perfumery. So we created a champagne illusion that is very fruity because there is pear in there. So it's a bold, slightly sweetish, powdery fragrance that in my opinion is totally unisex, and it smells differently on everyone, because literally I heard that people described it as smoky, as dark, as sweet and candy-like. So it's really up to you. If you're looking for a signature scent, you want just a hint of pear in there, Powder and Dust might be indeed the best option to go for, but keep in your mind that it might not suit everyone because it is very creative. Alright, now we are getting closer to the most realistic pear perfume. I will feature it right away because if you're here and you're looking for that pear, you know, you want pear, you want lots of it, then Perfecto, which you've probably already guessed by the name, is all about pear and it will give it to you right away. Other than that, there is melon, grapefruit, champaca, patchouli and driftwood, some other notes that support the core of it. I would say it's green pear. It's not overripe pear, but it is not super green, you know, it's just like in the right stage to be eaten. And when you spray it on, by the way, this bad boy left a stain on my new dress, but it opens up with this green pear aroma, so it is very fruity and juicy, fresh, lovely, but it develops very interestingly because it turns more deep, woodier, smells like patchouli, but the fruitiness stays in there as well. It even goes into the masculine direction, the dry down. So if you're looking for something like that, Perfecto by Gallica Fragrances might be the best option, and it is great realistic pear fragrance overall with beautiful longevity. Okay, we've spoken about rather masculine pear perfume. Now let's talk about rather feminine pear fragrance, which is by the French niche brand MDCI Parfums, and it is called La Belle Helena or Elena. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, you know, that's my weak side. And it was created by Master Bertrand Duchefort. I love his work, and he created lots of fragrances for this brand. And although this is technically a Chypre, it's very sweet pear fragrance that was inspired by Belle Helena, a traditional French dessert. I've never eaten it, but there are pears in there. So if you know how it smells, do let me know in the comments. In here we have lots of gorgeous floral notes, ylang ylang and osmanthus, that really stand out to me, and that pear that is sweet, but it's not as sweet as it is in powder and dust. It is less powdery. There is lots of woodiness and moss in the dry down, but it doesn't smell like that at all. It still stays not jammy because it's not gourmand, and I like that about it. It's mouth-watering, very elegant, super mass appealing perfume. If you want pear to smell perfumey, this is the best fragrance I can recommend you. You can't go wrong with it. It can be your signature scent, and since it is so well blended, it's nothing that, you know, will scream, oh, it's pear. It has some mystery to it, so sometimes it's hard to identify all the notes because they sing in a perfect harmony. And I love that about this fragrance. I can't stop wearing it, I can't stop staring at it, and it's a gorgeous perfume in a true French style. Let's move on to something very different from the rest of the fragrances I will feature in today's video, because, you know, fresh pear note, it still smells kind of like the same, and it depends on the combination of other notes that makes it smell differently. But pear is pear, it's fruity, juicy, amazing, and I like it for that. But to make pear dark or gourmand or even oriental, it's harder, you know, than create a beautiful, uplifting, fresh, fruity pear fragrance. But this next one, which is probably my favorite fragrance from this house and might be one of the best fragrances out there, with which Benny fell in love, and we've been dreaming about it together for 3 years, and just a few days ago I decided that the timing is perfect. If not now, then never. I will get Louis by Guerlain. And you guys, this is sort of like the first unisex fragrance from a designer brand or whatever. I guess that was their campaign. They presented it in this beautiful way. I was searching for it everywhere, and it is exclusively available at Frankfurt's Guerlain boutique. So this is basically delicious, vanillic, spicy oriental pear that I swear to you is the best thing on this planet, because the way this smells on your skin is pure. It's pure heaven, okay? If you like sweeter perfumes with a touch of gorgeous spiciness and you want there a pear whiff, because, you know, pear is not the main player in here, I recommend you this fragrance. You know, the fact that Benny loves it and it's probably his favorite perfume says everything. This is unisex. This is for the colder weather. So although all pear perfumes, in my opinion, are great when it's sunny and not necessarily warm, but, you know, not overly cold, this will literally save you and make you go through the coldest time of the year. So Louis is one of the best perfumes. You will hear about it more often on my channel now when I have it, but let's move on to other gorgeous pear stuff I have here. One of which is Infini by Caron, and I have it in this decant which I got from Unique, and this company creates decants of different niche perfumes, and their website I will link down below in the description box, so do check them out. But this, my dear friends, I can tell you I'm obsessed with it, and I've been wearing it probably every single day since I got it, and it's very hard to describe this perfume. It is something retro. It's not vintage, okay? It's not old-fashioned. It's not about crazy aldehydes or something, you know, like sharp that you think of 1920s or something. No, no, it's just retro. You're reminded of someone when you smell it. And it's funny that in this perfume I get that animalic dirty floralcy, as I describe fragrances like Cerutti or Violetta by Bottega Veneta, or that I recently reviewed my favorite perfume discovery of last month, Divine Dancer by Exaltatum London. And you might not be familiar with all of those perfumes because they are very niche. Okay, Cerutti is not. I actually hate it for that P element. I know, it's totally strange, but some perfumes, I figured that out, do that for me, as well as that Hermes fragrance I got so much hate for saying that it smells a little bit like cat pee. In here I get that too, but at this point I started to like that element, and maybe that's my skin that acts so strangely, but this is a very elegant, yes, fruity, but hard to define the fruity elements, dirty floral with amazing retro vibe. So if you want to have perfume that will be really seamlessly blended without harsh edges that you can wear when you're totally dressed up, I recommend you Infini by Caron, because that stuff really blew me away, and I think you will like it too if you prefer rather very flawless compositions and not the ones in which you can pinpoint different notes. You know what I'm excited for? I have a perfume in here that is great for those who are on the budget. And normally I go for expensive and more luxurious stuff, but I could not pass through Rosy Mousseline by Zara from their brand new 2020 collection. This is an awesome fragrance. Just overall, I am telling you, girls who are looking for a very elegant, really mass appealing, at the same time unique fragrance, which to me smells a little bit like tea, but technically there is pear, rose and some musk in there. This is my go-to fragrance. Literally, I wear it every single day. I am still not bored of it, although it's rather simple. So if you are looking for a no-brainer with a little bit of pear that will be rather fresh and abstract, this is the most abstract pear I have to share with you today, I'm telling you, the price is unbeatable, the performance is great, and the way it smells, it can be also a signature scent. It smells so good, like much better than many other expensive designer fragrances out there. So Zara kills it nowadays, and this is one of their best releases so far, and it features pear, which is totally suitable for this video, so I got it for that. And speaking of designer perfumes that feature a note of pear, as I've already mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is one of the trendiest perfume notes at the moment, and you can think about perfumes like Lancome's Idole or what else is out there. But I have here Givenchy's L'Interdit, which is my designer signature scent. It's so juicy and delicious. It smells kind of daring and very sexy. To me, also like cherry, beautiful juicy cherry with pears. This is a ripe pear, a little bit overripe with lots of floralcy, and it's not cloying. It smells totally out of this world. I think it will be copied in the future. Lots of my colleagues got it because of me, so do check it out. You can find it in the stores. If you're looking for a beautiful, really easy to understand pear perfume that won't be about just that note and will have beautiful elegance to it, this, you know how much I like it, okay? We don't have to be here forever to talk about it. I just wanted to throw it in there. In my opinion, this is one of the best designer pear options you can go for. Now we are moving on to something rather simple with a note of pear, and this is that minimalistic pear perfume that is great for layering, and I'm talking about English Pear and Freesia that I got for this video because I had very generous discount and I got these two for the price of this one, so you know that was like a bonus, and I am glad that I got it because my mom kinda stole it and sprayed her entire wardrobe, and God knows how much clothes she has. So this is pear, which actually is supported by the note of melon. There is rose and freesia in there, some rhubarb, patchouli, musk, but to me this is very fresh, romantic pear note. It smells innocent. This is the best way I can describe it. Not lots of floralcy is in there, so if you are looking for like a pear boost that you can add to your perfumes, Jo Malone fragrance is great for that, but on its own it's not that prominent. Alright, let's move on to another designer fragrance, and this is La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier, which is very loved in the community. Lots of women go crazy about it, and men probably too. And I have to be honest with you, as it came out last year, I was hooked on it as well. I liked it, particularly for the way how sweet it is, because to me this is pure sugary pear. It's like a pear jam or something. It's covered into sugar, it's glazed, it's very sweet and powdery, which can be cloying in the dry down. I like it for the opening, you know, that's one of those fragrances you smell in the store, you're amazed by the opening and you buy it and then you wear it and you're like, oh, I did not expect it to be that sweet or that powdery, but I still like it for the mass appeal quality. The bottle is pretty, and pear in there is very sweet. So if you're a sucker for sweet, candied, sugary perfumes and you want to have pear in them, La Belle by Jean Paul Gaultier is something that you need to smell. And it's very easy to do that because it's not a crazy hard to get niche perfume, but a designer one that is probably in your local perfume shop. Next fragrance I have here is Babels Heaven by Regalian, and this is a beautiful bottle. There is something about it that I really like, and this is a very interesting perfume because from the bottle it smells very clean. It smells like clean fruit, but as you spray it on, there are so many different fruity elements. I know there is peach that I'm obsessed with at the moment too, and stay tuned for the next month's best of that is going to be dedicated to the note of peach, and probably I will feature it again in that video because this is a fruity cocktail in which pear does not necessarily play in the leading part, but it's there and it's noticeable. It's like the best friend of the main actor, you know? It's not overwhelming, but you can sense the presence of him. So I like it for the easygoing vibe because there is literally no situation I think it wouldn't be appropriate for. So it's one of the most versatile pear perfumes because once again it's a fruity cocktail, okay, and there is some floralcy, some beautiful exquisite dry down, so it's not one of those bombastic bubblegummy fruity perfumes. No, you can wear it on the everyday basis. Literally one of the most easiest to pull off perfumes for men and women. So if you're looking for something that won't be only about pear, but you want pear to be in there, that's it. This next one is Love Mimosa by Amouage. I love this bottle. I have a full review on it. There is pear in there. It's pear with mimosa once again, which was our idea first, and it's an aquatic pear, which is so interesting. So it's kind of watery and you smell the fruitiness. Maybe it's not necessarily obvious that it's pear, but if you pay attention, yes, that beautiful kind of like slightly green hitting on the apple element comes through in there. You know, pear can be honeyed, and it is like that in here, but because of the whole watery aquatic vibe, it's not very sweet. So it's like honeyed, fresh, watery pear. Very interesting, abstract pear fragrance that is pure luxury because, you know, it's expensive, and I think it's for those who can splurge on something and who are looking for very beautiful looking and smelling perfume. And I like how abstract it is because that makes it unisex. The final one for today is Lazy Sunday Morning, which was one of my first perfume purchases ever for my YouTube channel, and this is honestly freshly washed pear. It's kind of fruity and it smells of clean flowers. It smells like aldehydic everything, okay? Aldehydes in there, they are so clean and crisp, they create an impression that you put on freshly picked pears from the trees, mix them with flowers and put them into your washing machine. So that's an impression of Lazy Sunday Morning. Pear is in there, but it's not the main note. And that completed this best of, and I feature lots of different PEAR perfumes. That's why I would like to know if this video was helpful, and in case it was, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you learn about some nice PEAR perfumes that you are interested in checking out, and please let me know what those are in the comments. I'm excited to hear from you. I ask you questions and I want the answers from you, so make sure to leave me something to read and enjoy your weekend. Please stay tuned and smell good, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.